When you pikin, don't begin thief small one at host. No go back and say small. If you not pull am para one time, it go embarrass you because it go thief na neighbor house. The time when mother bio and woman then begin say them the thief. In party pikin them they come up and say no, na because they not like am. Right now, it don't go put we country per embarrassment internationally. You don't go believe say mother bio go na people country. It come lie say how it don't go pay for hotel. It come with false receipts. Then Auditor General go check with this hotel. The hotel say not to make this kind of receipt. In fact, mother bio get debt na so they not pay we at all. Whose kind of embarrassment we pass that one day? So for say the image all when he say it dey clean internationally. Now for put we pan this kind of embarrassment when we not ever get. Now the first time this na the history of the country for the president of the country go forge receipt. Then he can lie say he don't pay. This is shameful not to the country. This not a party business at all. The country now it don't get big bad name. Now Lebanon and other side the way they watch me right now. This is shameful. When you pikin, don't begin thief small one at host. No go back and say small. If you not pull am para one time, it go embarrass you because it go thief na neighbor house. The time when mother bio and woman then begin say them the thief. In party pikin them they come up and say no, na because they not like am. Right now, it don't go put we country per embarrassment internationally. You don't go believe say mother bio go na people country. It come lie say how it don't go pay for hotel. It come with false receipts. Then Auditor General go check with this hotel. The hotel say not to make this kind of receipt. In fact, mother bio get debt na so they not pay we at all. Whose kind of embarrassment we pass that one day? So for say the image all when he say it dey clean internationally. Now for put we pan this kind of embarrassment when we not ever get. Now the first time this na the history of the country for the president of the country go forge receipt. Then he can lie say he don't pay. This is shameful not to the country. This not a party business at all. The country now it don't get big bad name. Now Lebanon and other side the way they watch me right now. This is shameful. When you pikin, don't begin.
The office of the president, many issues related to overseas impact not formally retired, overseas travel expenses to various countries, register issues, funds utilized for activities that were not properly provided. Now, a lot of issues in the audit report concern the office of the president. And when it comes to travel expenses and things like that, there are people in the office of the president who are responsible for this. Administrative staff, technical protocol, executive president, there are other people who have all these responsibilities. We have to make sure that whosoever that is responsible for providing those explanations provide explanations to us as to why they were not provided to the auditors, or we have access to information and documents that they have. Because frankly, some of the issues we see them as straightforward. A receipt that was issued for hotel and other things. These are things that should not have any back and forth at all. It's a question of just checking to make sure that things are done properly. However, let me make it clear and state, because I have seen a lot of people make reference to the fact, they think that the Electoral Commission, the target should now be the president of the Leone. If the ACC does not arrest the president of the Leone, it means the ACC is not doing the job. You are making a serious error of judgment. Because the Constitution itself clearly provides that no action, civil or criminal, can be taken against the president of the Leone while he is president. So if you think at all, or you journalists think that the ACC is going to arrest the president, it is not my mistake. I am the law. It is your own mistake. But also, what we can do is to work with the presidency, and I must speak here. The president has been very supportive of the fight against corruption, both in action and in words. Therefore, when issues have been flagged surrounding the presidency, I am sure he will provide the necessary support for us to be able to look into it and come out with an independent assessment of those issues. But if anybody's expectation is that the president should now be elected because God has planned issues in the presidency, I am sorry. The Constitution says, I am not the violator of the Constitution. But I also know that these issues really don't concern the president more, even though the president is the middle of it. It's more about those and president who make payments, who issue receipts, who do things. You don't expect the president to be the one who starts and to make payments for receipts, or to be the one who is paying for his own hotel, or to be transferring voucher, or certainly to be the one who provides documents to auditors. It is other of us in the presidency who have this responsibility, and those people are not immune by the Constitution. Therefore, we will check with them to understand what happened. The office of the president, many issues related to overseas influence, not formally retired, overseas travel expenses to various countries, register issues, funds utilized for activities that were not properly provided. Now, a lot of issues in the audit report concern the office of the president, especially when it comes to travel expenses and things like that. There are people in the office of the president who are responsible for things. Administrative staff, taking of protocol, executive president. There are other people who have all these responsibilities. We are making sure that whosoever that is responsible for providing those explanations provide explanations to us as to why we are not provided to the auditors, or will have access to information and documents that they have. Because frankly, some of the issues, we see them as straightforward. A receipt that was issued for hotel and other things, these are things that should not have any back and forth at all. It's a question of just checking to make sure that things are done properly. However, let me make it clear at this stage, because I have seen a lot of people make reference to the fact they think that they have become commission. The target should now be the president of Sierra Leone. If the ACC does not arrest the president of Sierra Leone, it means the ACC is not doing the job. You are making a serious error of judgment. Because the Constitution itself clearly provides that no action, civil or criminal, can be taken against the president of Sierra Leone while he is president. So if you think, sitting at home, or you journalists think that the ACC is going to arrest the president, it is not my mistake. I know the law. It is your own mistake. But also, what we can do is to work with the presidency, and I want to speak again. The president has been very supportive of the fight against corruption, both in action and in words. Therefore, when issues have been flagged surrounding the presidency, I am sure he will provide the necessary support for us to be able to look into it and come up with an independent assessment of those issues. But if anybody's expectation is that the president should now be elected because God has flagged issues in the presidency, I am sorry. The Constitution says I am not the violator of the Constitution. But I also know that these issues really don't concern the president more, even though the president is the middle of it. It's more about those and president who make payments, who issue receipts, who do things. You don't expect the president to be the one who is standing and to make payments for receipts, or to be the one who is paying for his own hotel, or to be transferring voucher, or certainly to be the one who provides documents to auditors. It is other of us in the presidency who have this responsibility, and those people are not immune by the Constitution. Therefore, we will check with them to understand what happened. The office of the president, many issues related to overseas influence, not formally retired, overseas travel expenses to various countries, register issues, funds utilized for activities that were not properly provided. Now, a lot of issues in the audit report concern the office of the president, especially when it comes to travel expenses and things like that. There are people in the office of the president who are responsible for things. Administrative staff, taking of protocol, executive president. There are other people who have all these responsibilities. We are making sure that whosoever that is responsible for providing those explanations provide explanations to us as to why we are not provided to the auditors, or will have access to information and documents that they have. Because frankly, some of the issues, we see them as straightforward. a receipt that was issued for hotel and other things. These are things that should not have any back and forth at all. It's a question of just trying to make sure that things are done properly. However, let me make it clear at this stage, because I have seen a lot of people make reference to the fact, they think that the Anti-Corruption Commission, the target should now be the President of Sierra Leone. If the ACC does not arrest the President of Sierra Leone, it means the ACC is not doing the job. You are making a serious error of judgment. Because the Constitution itself clearly provides that no action, civil or criminal, can be taken against the President of Sierra Leone while he's president. So if you think, sitting at home, or you journalists think that the ACC is going to arrest the President, it is not my mistake. I know the law. It is your own mistake. But also, what we can do is to work with the presidency, and I want to repeat again. The president has been very supportive of the fight against corruption, both in action and in words. Therefore, when issues have been flagged surrounding the presidency, I am sure we will provide the necessary support for us to be able to look into it and come up with an independent assessment of those issues. But if anybody's expectation is that the president should now be elected because all these are flagged issues in the presidency, I am sorry. The Constitution says it can happen. I am not the violator of the Constitution. But I also know that these issues really don't concern the president much, even though the president is the middle of it. It's more about those around the president who make payments, who issue receipts, who do things. You don't expect the president to be the one who's standing at to make payments for receipts, or to be the one who is paying for his own hotel, or to be transferring vouchers, or certainly to be the one who provides documents to auditors. It is other actors in the presidency who are.
Now, again, Larry repeats this. The economy of this country, no day outside President Bio one time. It get challenges. It get problem.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how you waiting will be the rating where you go give on how una don't
10
perform?
being the
10 being the highest.
About 4.
4 over 10.
Yes.
Now una
Okay.
don't do.
Yes.
Okay, that mean that is failure.
Yes, we don't fail.
Now the economy.
Yes, we don't fail.
Them fail, yo. Well, we pull them come out. Them fail, yo. Unala we pull them come out. Them fail, yo. Well, we pull them come out. Them fail, yo. Unala we pull them come out. Them fail. Amba maslala mengange. Them fail. Afuma minu matenu tuma taura nuetutu wange. Them fail. You don't sing in kosote we tire. Till now they know I'm free we. Them fail. If we help price just they go up, then why I want for kill we. Them fail. When you talk, they send police for you. For lock we not bad.
Fambulo na kushe enu na hadu. We are don't come back today for can talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yards alone. I know we yo. Whoa, let we left for do them bad things then. We they feel am both alone. I know we yo. Whoa, we are. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want to make we had go before.
Family una kushe again is this one big family house and una kaba well, of course this is not the house where we all sit down and decide for call we had. Well, of course, we always tell una say any kind way it be where you get your house, you were there before the house if you try for bring something at the table. Well, today we bring another food at the table where we all for come share. Well, maybe some of you go bed full, some of you not go bed full because you go favor some man. Well, some man he had to go warm. Say why the people they can't put more for business. We know who under the left we no more. Long nyaka ourselves. We call who sabi the tactics and ECSL and other people them. They know their own tactics where they want to. Well, people and they look after we. But before they go inside the basket today, family member them, we they still remind you for the 100,000 K. We still a struggle. We still at the 72. I know they call the numbers them with the BN.
Waiting something quick. Sorry, some small glitch there.
Now, again, I repeat this. The economy of this country, no day outside President Bio one time. It get challenges. It get problem.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how you waiting will be the rating where you go give on how una don't
10 being
perform?
the highest.
10 being the highest.
About 4.
4 over 10.
Yes.
Now una
Okay,
don't do.
Yes.
Okay, that mean that is failure.
Yes, we don't fail.
Now the economy.
Yes.
Dem fail.
Right.
Welcome back with family members them. As we dey talk, we want for reach the 100K. For make we see we serve we all expect see we for reach. Please family members them una continue for share the program and call other family members them. As I tell una election don't they now we door step. We don't want to let anybody disturb you say waiting come inside today where we had bring you because this election by God in power we dey make sure the latest one that needful for ourselves we bring them for you by God in your own power and the support of una with family members them. The support we don't tell una waiting at the thing right now. We need plenty money because we get for involve people them don't they where they get for take the risk for help we this particular job. So because of that one day I call them risk because una know what you are the talk. We really want una support. The money we want it really boku. Although one person they grab just not say okay but she pay by way me they give 10,000 as long as it concern the information we won't forget. I believe una, but please we really need una this time around not to do any other thing but have money where we for spend for make una get the information we una supposed to forget because we don't want for make the election time reach somebody go begin to give wrong information where they cut you out at the end of the day. By the time they can't know the real one now, you don't faint the ambulance don't come for you. So there with a big bang for make una kind of rescue for make we get this kind of couple. So they involve other reporters them where we able to work with forget the material and the information where we forgive now. Me na Babure Kablai from the north. Sembepi na for pull the food na the dish.
You make us scared. I'm scared. All right, so humble them. Anyway, as we see the screen, I love this picture. Now the picture of the year. I love this picture so much. And but inside one tweet where the American ambassador to Salon make, he say Washington get serious interest, and then they watch we with that koro yai for see how this election they go on. What thing would this go get for mean for we country? With Washington, in other words, the United States government gets serious interest on the Salon election, and then they watch we serious one for see how the election they go.
Well, as time goes on, we enter inside that particular information. Let's scatter them for you.
All right, so one political party we don't talk to this man the other day now, yeah. We na Beresford Williams be in the leader, the presidential candidate for the RENIP. If you don't tell we see, basically inside one in short talk with a pull, a flyer with a pull, it tell we see something that is very much important and necessary for we all take that into consideration, yeah. It's a in-get plan for make sure say he make the economy, we get sustainable economy and development. Not so that development we go say for today, no after that they also non development not again. It's a sustainable development. It as well one for make sure say it puts the economy like team up triangle one like boy picking. Well, last because some that picking self the team up triangle pass
big time
pass boy picking. So love put them because they say woman team up bim. And so he say he want for let the economy team up triangle one like gal picking. Yeah. Then the same way so say that thing they call price control. In fact, where he can we feel where this government they play la pinta pan so they make sure it reduce the price of fuel, yeah, and it go do what he call price control, where it be for say that way all man they pay own shinka business in not go dey around it. You want to make sure so get price control, and it go make sure say the welfare development program.
Young producers say, hey.
The welfare development
Enjoy.
program, you know, that is to say waiting need for put in place for make sure say people and they up to the standard na the country. It basically want for look at them thing and they serious one inside, you know, where it become the president, where we can say where it become the caretaker of we are. So yes, this is a good thing for the country.
Well, now that this man say, we pray for make we get people the way they think like this, and when they think like this for make they're able to implement them whenever they succeed within they always they cry for. But today go inside that topic the back better one as with the offload within the inside the basket.
All right, so and if that be the case, let me first of all welcome we guests to we get inside the program. For let me just can quick one on Terry Kushe and Cowboy, you know, and let me just avoid the ECSL quick. Yeah, we'll come back just now. Mr. Beresford Williams, good evening and welcome to We Are Again.
Yeah, welcome to me family. Any sound afternoon una safe na the world. And good evening again. And it's always good for Leah to talk to me brother then, especially with this guy for sending information now for later able to understand how we will push we country go before. Because we all now boy picking and girl picking of that country then. You know? Now one game mama gets, you know. So it's always good for the church base for one day. We talk to your brother and sister then.
Okay, so I first for start the program with you, you know, before I jump to other thing and come back to you. Yeah. So the issue of, you know, the economy, because I see you get so kind of big something very important thing, and at this thing there, people really get interest. You say the man with a vision, take control. You really want to take control of the country. So one of the things they say new beginning with RENIP, okay? Number one tick points that you fly away, you say sustainable development, and you talk about hybrid economy, price control, welfare development program. But now we bring and come, let's take number 3 bullet points. We're very important, and now these people they really get interest by price control. You say you take care of the price control. You make sure say you bring come the fuel condom, yeah, and make the economy team up stronger one within 100 days. Not true?
Yes, not true. Saying that. You see, one thing is that where you come on a system where you able for implement something where you not just implement but you don't implement them for other country then. You don't write paper, you don't able for guide government them, not to just government them, you don't able for guide a well-developed country for make them go into what you can call recession. Recession now we get 4 or well normally over, so when you get 3 consecutive down production, we refer to it say they're in recession mode. And so if we don't able for help other people for come out of that, Sierra Leone a small country, Sierra Leone is small past Paris, Sierra Leone small past Berlin, London, New York. So not too big thing for we able for implement anything and day. If you go know how for one, it's simple. If you look now, right now, across the world, where people in the Fed for go outside, all the countries that would prosper, now mainly where we call the financial economists, now then they rule, then country then they. Take, for example, the UK. You take France, Germany. You see, tendon pass where they need security guy for they rule the country. We're not in that era the anymore. Now with the era where we now that era where they create for some able for create what you call the financial implementation and create subsidies and gaps. So if you not understanding projections then they your own theology not go able for meet up to the people itself. So me say if me the people that elect me with the first 100 days. In fact, you know, they reach 100 days and 90 days. In the first 30 they would be able to reduce the prices. You will say, I go able to reduce fuel price where we know they make fuel in the country. Now, the first question now one day is simple. We get a mechanism for do that. If I tell you entire European country then, including America, Australia, even in Africa, they're able to control the fuel prices. I will tell you the one way to make selling able for control fuel prices, not to really dictate the price. Now somebody they tell we, government them, say put the price there. If you look like right now,
where you say somebody like the international community.
well, I don't know what you refer to as international community.
Okay, you mean we donors them, with people that will give you couple?
Well, you see, now the problem is what we get because we depend on other people, and
so
then they tell you.
Well, now you make it clear for we. Who that's to determine who the price for we?
Mainly, they want to go trust money too.
So who are you refer to them people in there? Because if I say international community,
Well,
you say no. If I say donor, you say so. How you refer to them?
Well, in reality, we use the wrong terminology.
Okay,
they're not
so,
to donors.
So help
they're not to
we
international
get
community.
a better terminology for them.
Yes, they're not to donors. They're not to international community. For me, then are lenders. Then and lenders, you get to treat them in a certain way. If you don't understand how they calculate the interest rates and the mechanism, I can guarantee you this year. So, yeah. 99.9% of people are saying you ask them how to calculate interest and you don't have a calculator.
Okay.
So if you're not able to calculate that, you go to somebody, you know, to call work. Yeah. Literally just mean the weighted average. Yeah. Most people don't know how to calculate that. So if you don't know how to do that, then can tell you anything, you go accept. But the bottom line is that let we look right now. We currency they go like a Bulgari.
What's in that name?
They don't know this story. They don't pass Bulgari now, sir. Eh?
Not can give Bible or you. What do you mean?
Hey, let me tell you. You know, see now. Hey, on a Bulgari now. It just they go up no more. It just they go up. Eh? Even myself I say, geez. If I go buy Gary self, you know, the Gary self not taste good. But because the Gary know they swell again.
Okay, so on a more serious note, you know, them people where you refer to as the lender, where I agree with you because I lend and the lend will get with the payback and we pay with interest rate and we pay for long term where they make we always they be disabled for do what you want for do independently. You know, I agree with you in that area there. But don't look at this. You want for can reduce price.
Yes.
You as well want for stable economy. How you plan to do this without going to them people we refer to as lenders?
Now, simple thing.
Okay.
We can't get all thing. First of all, we believe, say, we create what you call sustainable development. Sustainable development, I'm not going to lie to nobody. We get for sacrifice something, for little gain something. Just like we mama for go born picking. You mama get for sacrifice in life and blood. If you not spill blood, that picking not they come out. Then they tell you for nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. So what does that mean? For sustainable development, we want develop, we get for sacrifice certain things. We as simple Sierranians get to accept. Me not believe in
as a presidential candidate going for a presidential election, hoping to win the next election, and you upsell you for work with we after the next election. We want you for be very clear because we keep you on record and we want to see how this 100 days could come to reality. So you get for talk to we, let we understand the language we talk so we keep down there as a record.
Yes, that's what I explained to you in clear terms. Okay. Yeah. I know they talk to you in riddles. Yeah. If I begin talking riddles, I'll tell you, if I begin tell you now, half of what I was saying, so you're not going to understand that.
Yes. So when we want to understand everything.
I broke all things down. Even the layman go understand.
Okay.
So they simply say, not to riddle. So what are they simply saying? The first 100 days, when we take over, we'll be able to reduce the fuel prices. And you will say, I will do that one day. We will not produce fuel in the country. It's simple for me. Is that we create what they call basket. We get items that within another basket. No matter what in happen, we take control of that. That number one. Number two.
So this basket, who side they come out? Who side the copper where they can inside they come out?
Okay, what you refer as baskets, now essential products them we will need for make sure say we live comfortably.
Okay.
Or at least the country able for function. Now we call baskets of life.
Okay.
Yeah, you go any country with baskets of life. Now, three things they always do inside a basket of life: the food commodities, your fuel, and the last thing we they put inside it now your interest rate.
Okay.
You will see what you make interest rate in that basket of life. because the way the economy they move around the world now, you know, they move on products, you know, they move on anything, they move on interest rates. We get what we refer to as swap and derivatives where you can buy. You see, if you're beginning to talk then you're not going to understand them. Yeah. That's the way they buy, now the moving world. Yeah. Then you secure your country on that. Once you don't get we call what we call notional derivatives. Yeah. And notional derivatives, you buy interest rates. You know they use them, but on notional. So let's assume now say something can happen. I simply say one can implement now price control. Yeah. Okay, that price control it depends on the interest at the market. And that interest they depends on the currency movement. And that currency movement they depends on the balance of payments.
And all of these boil down to your productivity. What do you produce?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
Because countries then they will not produce nothing, but a well sustainable country like Switzerland, country like Iceland. You know with me? So you get to understand the market. So if somebody don't understand the market, there's no way you get able to do one.
Okay,
And
you see, when you know, Marabio in 2018, when he did the campaign, he tell we about very big things then, good things then, and he even tell we say where our in fact in the avoid international community, you know, as or the lenders them, as you can put them in clear terms, like use your language, and go avoid the lenders them, and he go so much pay attention on domestic revenue for able for moving economy. But as it is now, we don't get beaucoup debt. Every day we get debt as recent as then days there. So IMF don't approve another 20 million. Where of course now they will get for payback and other things them where we they see. You know, so people don't talk about them things there. Don't talk about very good things them. But at the end of the day, they go back to the old way of doing things. How
well,
you
first
be
of all,
different, and how you also you pull your own money for able to forget all of the ideas they have to implement.
Well, first of all, you touch one very important side, weighing at the debt side. Right now, we current debt stand at $2.3 billion. Nice standards. And they approve 20 million as small money. Sierra get roughly more than that. Currently, they float around. Not to say at the talk, then be big talk there, so say this and that. Yeah, you get to understand certain things. You know, they ever go call surgeon for like operate, or you know they call GP, general practitioner, doctor for like operate. Now you brain, you go find brain surgeon. You know they go find common surgeon for can open your belly. We know sabi do for use what we refer to as penile surgery. You know they happen. It just like you know they go call security guard. For they can change your finance for you. Where you get money, who side they go, not to bank they go. Okay, where you want security, not to security might go then. I go trust an economy to a security. You know the function. If you ask me about security, yeah, I go guarantee you this was so I get for find somebody who is specialized in that. Yeah, if I talk to you about economy, I know what I talk about. I can turn around. We don't turn big companies that we don't face bankruptcy recession time. Turn them around. What you refer to as turnaround entities. Them you can slim down. What would they simply say? Slim down is that sometimes you cut down your maximum cost them. You reduce you start them. But sometimes you not go reduce you start them because some of them that are the key assets. But you get to understand the dynamics. If you don't understand the dynamics, it no matter who that you be. Let's tell you. We don't see great companies that wouldn't put the wrong guy there, they mash up. Let's take, for example, Apple. Apple, when they start, now they may be dominant force in the world. Then from there, what happen? We invent Apple. What he do? Within 3 years, Apple become a most dominant force in the world. So we not believe in a square peg in a round hole. You put the right people at the right place, you they deliver. Selling we for they enjoy. Now mismanagement will get. People and believe in certain things, say, well, this person all right. But then don't say what is so natural. At the end of the day, all my don't abate. Because somebody said to me during the nomination, is the guy say, they say, you know, all man they can talk. He said, but I want to talk sense. He said, now you care about the people then. because nobody no care about waiting then they wear. Nobody no care waiting they happen, but people don't care waiting they eat. If you not eat, like I don't meet person, mommy, big woman. We big for being me mama. Or send me granny self. He said me picking for the past 6 months. I'm not able to eat serious food. When I say serious food, you not cook. 6 months, you not able to cook. Then they pay people 600,000 leons. One bag rest now at 650, 700,000. Are you going this time even before set you even say you go school, you go work, you picking again for go school, transportation. So you will get to understand the dynamics. Let's put all with different systems aside. And RENIP believes say we plan for get a dinner with all the presidential candidates. Let we sit down and put differences aside.
Okay.
And we cancel something what we call a common accord.
All right. When we come back to you just now, follow we can continue with the discussion. Continue for the with we in Beresford Williams and in the presidential candidates for RENIP. And when they come back and we will go quickly now Pujon district Pusai we've been see something happen, this being term with regards, how people they declare for political party and how other people they take their actions then they. So first of all, let me see how people then we say some people when a woman them go and declare for the main opposition party. When they come out just now.
I want to sing out with song, go sing this song. I have decided to follow APC. I have decided to follow APC. I have decided to follow APC. No turning back, no turning back.
Very sorry about that. Very, very sorry. This na woman them we being say them go declare for APC inside Pujon district as them been they sing and they gladdy. But this particular thing not be end well at all. It not be end well. At the end of the day, we see Usai Ebe end up with serious problem for the people them we say then go declare and other things them. So let me first of all watch this video. We go show now briefly and then we go cover them because of we get some kind of I don't know graphic something. So let's see if we can able for minimize something quickly. So when it reach to a certain point, we go to bring her in and out for you. Okay. All right. So when they put this and let we go on now and watch this particular video quickly and then we're there with you.
Don't go to the hospital. Police say don't go to the hospital. Is that the point of death? I want to put some men on this. You get life? We don't come to the police station. Police say don't go to the hospital. See, best start there. This is the other man. When they see this is the Botuka, where they all like the candidates. It's easy between one of our members. They don't bomb all the thing there because it bring over 500 women for candidate for APC. So it's not easy. The Pujon is not a safe place for me. Pujon not a safe place for me. Pujon not ever safe for me. Now so they talk to police station way.
All right, so now so it be happen. So from declaration and celebration to serious police and hospital issue na Pujon. So as woman then go say, then they declare for the opposition inside Pujon district. The next minute, then go attack them, beat them, burn other than get for burning property, host, damage some people, some man in all get burn with fire mark, all of them things and they right inside Pujon. This we they talk about, level playing ground for all political party inside the country. It no matter how you day. I'm not sure say one particular political party gets rights to any in part of the country than the other one them because we all not Sierra Leoneans them. So this night waiting happen inside Pujon.
Well, of course, family members, them this just don't show to the message where caretaker bill been go out and give out to people them say it don't left them for make them fit for themselves. We've been telling us say this word there you will know waiting caretaker bill mean you they really know say na a time bomb it been go left to in people them and that word it been go out and talk for make we hear and in not tap day it been get other people the way it call na the various towns them and tell them the same word say yeah we not for allow any political party now yeah we know waiting caretaker they do and SLPP supporters no hide waiting at the tribe for talk now this always we dey talk sometimes we not can elect for talk but tribe now yeah but things them they way they happen you not get no way for balance them now the reason this way some man can say mendena SLPP it can more me because not to all mendena SLPP I mean, say for I can always tell you, say you get SLPP and people when are sober minded. All the thing is caretaker and this is squad where it can with. Then feel say we still there on the revolutionary ruling where caretaker be the rule inside the NPRC. This now in they go on. You they see SLPP they go now the north where they always can say now no points things out and the way they can say now the route or now the main place. Or na the place that one the way na the main opposition is all water. You don't understand? But we know one day see na ya who say people they declare for SLPP na the north. Somebody come or go beat them. We don't see people in Potluck or Cambia. You name them McKinney, then they come out and they dance for SLPP, then get SLPP, then get offices them there. You know here he say somebody don't come or go beat person at that SLPP office. Why all the time? As caretaker claim say no mandate people or many people enough for follow other party past SLPP.
So I still no allow we use the word mandate. Instead we just say the southeastern.
The southeastern
because not to all who that they na SLPP na mandate. Not to all who that they na waiting. So I want to avoid that mandate.
Now that's how they try for say. You don't understand. Because then take say the southeastern and people them they not for follow no other party, which is wrong. You know why I make a call mandate? Because you get people who they mislead the word say mandate people na SLPP. Team the people na APC, which is wrong. You get team the people na SLPP or na APC. You get mandate people na SLPP or na APC. They mix. So now they are talking for make it clear to you where think say mandate people who na mandate line for SLPP. No. Because always when they talk and when the struggle they show right now they suffer. You get people that say for Indian actors say na in your brother them, then they suffer past other people in the north. So if people decide say this not a political party where me trust, ya me one for the why caretaker because this na inside caretaker bill in ruling it can work too. Now they can work too. Pakaba don't come. The late Pakaba we see people and they dance for APC and they dance for SLPP.
It was, but I want to tell you something. You know, especially the south. It's not just put on that way and avoid the tribe them, yeah. Especially the southeast. I think say. It was every other thing. But now they get free go ahead because police not they go after them.
Clear.
Police not they go after them.
Very, very clear.
Nobody not they call them to book.
Very
but
clear.
Even before this time, then they do them. But now they get more power for do waiting and they do so.
That's
because we don't see them. Before this time, when a lot take them for example, waiting Victor 4 say Victor 4 say people in common in host go stone Marabil. Not to send them. But I host and come out. It can't prove which something. Then the next thing happen, they can burn the host.
Yeah.
The same way Charles Maga and by Kuma they go for going at that same Kailon shape women apart. What's happen? They attack them. Stone them.
Of course.
Do all kind of things. Pass where they return back. So if you don't tell like say, especially in other parts of the country, no other political party, no get right.
No.
For go there, and especially the one where they feel say it could go and Yagba. Then nobody no get right for go there except for one political party. Yeah. So this not about the tribe because, like I say, plenty other people in the way now this same tribe yeah, they get affiliation to other side.
Very clear.
But in this particular area of the country, now so no more it don't dey. And now, Madabio and Fatima don't make a very clear say, this particular part of the country, the other political party, they don't care
Go
about
for
Tuna.
Kaya.
And it don't, Fatima especially don't tell them, say, they not for even allow them for build them political
course.
party
Office
office.
day, of course.
And it happened. It is on video record. Na Kailaun. So if something like this then they come up, then you get for be very much concerned. Because now authority from the highest offices them, now the word then don't come out so. You understand?
Sure.
So, and it's very troubling. It's very bad when he makes something that can sit on the watch. Okay, let us say, for example, we get all the money in the world. When something happen, we say, okay, let me pay for people them. Let them come on at the country. Hey, then get for use the sea. Then get for use the road. And then get for use the air. But before they use the sea and the air, now one side and the first go, now the road. And imagine if yake trouble don't they, kuskas, don't they inside the country. You people that you try for say, okay, let them come outside this wall day. That road where they pass, now then they going to go meet up back the same problem. Who knows what thing will happen if they not go send the next wall. For example, during the interregnum, that revolt time, that time where the Ekomok and the Jonta them in the fete. By the time they are like, Ekomok, people them will be the work with Jean Kaba in government, 2 government ministers. Because that one Ekomok, they want for one Komok can join the Ekomok, they let them go get Alafia. The Komok when they come on not knowing that, now the same rebellion. What's in a happen? They fought by minds, now Godrich Street. Now then their own life end. So the thing now not about whether you get money, whether you get power or not. If you allow problem for the inside the country, you could be the first person where you don't know. So now you the first go next one. So we don't want a situation where we will lead with to the kind of thing and it's very, very bad for we political, situation right now inside the country. Or the kind where the politics done inside the country. It's too sad. It's too sad.
So this is just very clear, as you don't mention, waiting Fatima Biobi say. You know, let me tell you something. This is not the reason why them people are afraid for me they don't come on power. Because some of them, they don't involve themselves in certain trouble the way they know say if they come on power, not even the party or the president who gets forget, they get problem with. But now we the people and them get problem. You understand? It can't reach a time now inside salon who say it be say if even the caretaker where they can't change, where they can't take power, income, you know, and take action against certain acts that would happen. We the people they stand against the caretaker and further case them so get for further.
So look what happened. Watch this tweet where them people here tweet. This person, let's just watch in him quickly. In this this now caretaker bio, okay, on a Twitter page. This now waiting a post. He say today he meet with the India sister and friend where na the Commonwealth Secretary General where na a Baroness and Peace Court. Yeah, Baroness Court, where now inside London they meet, okay? So what's in there? He said then discuss how salon in election, that emotitia, that means the 4 type of election where they come. They meet for discuss how in government don't commit for promote free, fair, credible election. Where in, according to them, now the SLPP lead on, now the bedrock down there, now that kind of value they, peaceful, free, fair election, now that value they, now SLPP they live by. He said, then discuss that one day and how in administration don't invest serious one on the election reforms. How for make sure say laws then they way for protect the country and way for make the election go before. So he said he say Baroness Courts, he assure them say Commonwealth go give in commitment and support to the government for sake of the effort where they don't make for make sure say peaceful, free, fair and election day. Inside June 24, 2023. He said the Secretary General, he know the kind of effort where we don't make we able to get sustainable peace where will last forever. And he said we also encourage all the party them for commit for peaceful election, peaceful process, and for follow the established channel for register objection to the component of it. So basically this is what he say. Caretaker bill, okay? So this, in other words, they meet na UK for discuss how the election. They call it and call Ian Samura. I shall say they meet separately. They don't meet together. They meet with Samura. They meet with Marabio because this now what Marabio imposed. But you know who bank on Marabio imposed alone. So let me see who that imposed with the watch again. on a Twitter page again, yeah. This now the Twitter page of Patricia Scott. That person where they talk about so Gigi Snow. Okay, so what you want for say just okay. So let's go to the first one. Yes. So for sure say they meet this now Ian Marabio, the Secretary General for the Commonwealth. This now what he say. He said he meet with President Bio and he also discuss. First of all, this now what he say. He said him please for meet with President Bio of Salon today after the coronation and then discuss about the election. What he continue for say? He said he also discuss the support and commitment for the election and the pledge for as they don't get few more weeks for let them reach up to the election. And the party flag bearer and the party leadership and the kind thing where they for sign up to the commitment for make sure say they get national unity. Listen, national unity. Now in this woman they talk about so. With that kind of statement there where Marabio. You see, Marabio they hold two sets of people. But he want for please just the one set of people. He only want for please the international community. Well, the lenders as Beresford call them. He want for please them only. So if you watch all of in policies the way they put in place, it just they put them in paper and in talk for make sure say them people and they know say because I listen to Andrew Lavalley the other they say the way they measure achievement not to like the result but now waiting you actually put it in place. That is to say if you put law, if you talk, if you write something, then the user for measure you kind of success or kind of achievement, the kind of effort you don't make, but not for the result. That is to say, then they do all of them things on a paper, but for the real part of them, when are the results where people are foreseen, not the day. Because now the reason now because if something like that they happen, especially Kailan, the other day, we see how it happens political leader, Pujong, we see how it happens political leader, we see how it happen all around. We see the other time na Kwenadogo. We see how, some party SLP people go or arrest one councillor because he go be party agent. They arrest and they say no for be party agent. But minister, when they represent the country, they be party agent. They don't ever talk about them. So, Marabio really need for do things them in this particular area. Yeah. So, and this woman say we so meet with, Samuel Kamara as well. Listen what Samuel Kamara say. As he meet with Samuel, he get the pleasure for meet with Samuel Kamara today as they discuss. Let's tell you something about this woman. You see, when they go what they call diplomatic relationship and how they present yourself, this now ECSL missing. The same word where he use, say, he get the pleasure for meet with Samuel Kamara and as they discuss today about the upcoming election. You see the exact word. Now he use Pamarabio. But when it comes to ECSL, they get different words the way they use for particular candidates. That's not to show any form of level playing ground. Because as you wear the blow the whistle for election, you get for make sure so you map it. So he said, then discuss how for tackle, therefore make sure they put in place. They have for put them challenge them and make sure they do important thing them. Where they in the value of Commonwealth, including peace, democracy, and the rule of law. So because Samuel and opposition leader is not there, so he not use the word uphold the values of Commonwealth. Rather, he share and tell them say that this, and this. But the first statement are the same way they open them for show you how they really want to make sure say election business. You know go praise this, you left this. You know go talk this year, you left this other one. So now then things there. But in the case of ECSL, another way in a different side and a way down the way it's totally different from waiting than they see. You understand? So if we reach to this point first, we want to ask Beresford quickly. And before we come to the former mayor of the Freetown City Council, as we get with time with her. And before we come to reduce the volume here. The former mayor of the Freetown City Council, as we get with time with her. And before we come. The program we watch right now, we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We get Beresford, the presidential candidate for RENIP. Yes, Beresford, I want to ask you about this thing about political tolerance. How you done this year so far in the country?
Well, political tolerance, a thing way they promote, not to say, a disease way just pop up. This not way we done day from back in the 70s. Mm-hmm. Now we become up prominent because of we get the media where they able for show what's in the happen, and we the able for understand now clearly how things they go. So we get for understand for correct that. Now make we appeal to the general public, make them lend me them vote. I pay them back. Let them trust me, then vote. Personally, me will simply say is that if you want to combat this, you get for look outside the box. I will give you one reason to make I say so. Country like America, England, France, Germany, Australia, where people then say they want to go, they said don't go through the same process. But what happen, they lend them vote to other party then, lay and change the narration. We all know say we are on the PR system. The PR system, if we're supposed to bring, we all come back together. But we see say you know the work. What you make you know the work, I will tell you now. The constitution actually bias on that. We get to look clearly within the constitution be aimed for and how it get interpreted by the court. So, for example, now, me and you can write will say, you know, where I die, I want let me pick in, they all sit down, enjoy the property, then share the money. But the will go say make you give percentage. So now it become bias. It's not intended for make it be bias. You intentional for make all enjoy your property. Now the same with the constitution. They write some for a good purpose, but the constitution from 1991 inside the 24th century, not even what the paper where they written among. Waiting to because language don't change. People they interpret things differently. That time they wouldn't be right time if you interpret them not to the same thing. Most of Sierra Leone laws then go back to the colonial master, will not update most of the laws then. So political tolerance, nothing way we they use them word in the but me not refer to as political tolerance. What me they see now indifference we don't stand for back in those days where we go and sister them then sell themselves to the colonial master.
So you rightly don't talk and say now it don't look worse because of the media where they don't actually active now. Yeah, but we're taking into consideration the kind of thing where we see, in as much as the media they try for send all of their messages for the people listen. But what do you feel say this will mean for the election?
Well, the election they come up, we will get slight issues. That's how they all man know. But in virtue is that we get for believe in the institutions then for make them able for uphold the laws in respect to
who that's them.
Well, in any country or in any society, you always the first person will look for the internal control and the police. Then get for able to uphold that law there in respect of who that you be.
So if you reach to that point, the question I want to ask you, but I all you do quickly, think of them. The police, the ECSL, the PPRC, how much trust you get in them? Just hold on to that one. We'll come back to it just now. Now we'll just go to the mayor, the former mayor quickly, and let me discuss as always we can come inside the program in 10 minutes. Now we'll just get short time with them and then see what we can discuss today, and then we allow them for go again. You know, we can talk about the issue of health, and then we talk about the issue of the primary and secondary education, the support to the particular system there. So you get me, Mayor?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, viewers and listeners.
Yes, good evening and welcome. I see you been there today by Yagbana Kube.
Yes, indeed. Today we will come back.
And I feel I'm from your voice. But in just
short,
what's the key message we pass to people in Akube?
No split votes. The key message now for less America come into power and be effective. We're not for split the vote. We for make sure say we vote for parliamentarians, for the mayors, and for the councillors. And I also remind Kube, say the same way I don't look for power. I've been needed for them. One of the first things I do when I come into office, if I address the well-known and constant flooding we've been happening at Krube, and it been just take some technical assessment with the input of the people for no sin. I mean, gets broken bridge where we not the act as a dam, where we been the block the river. So every year them the flood. So we come with excavator and we remove then the concrete we been inside the river, and then not being get flooding again. And we'll be able to continue that until last year, where we not be able to do as much work as we want for do for reasons I've not explained before. But also in Krube, and we get a very big fire in 2019 with 300 homes that be destroyed. And we'll be able to raise funds for rebuild all of their homes. Very recently in Akrube again, besides putting water points at the community, besides supporting the construction of a school at the community with the Orthodox Church, we also very recently pilot a new roof technology where basically they change the zinc and put like a plastic film where they reflect light. So for reduce the temperature, always the talk say, if you imagine wait it talek for time.
All right. In audio, actually, they connect because of the internet, but the program is still the watch right now. We are on YouTube and on Facebook, and we talk to the mayor as they give we some breakdown or rundown about what happened today. You get with me, Mayor?
Yes. So
Yes, go ahead.
so but I remind the Krube people, in fact, them remind me as well. They say fair camp day, we flood day a day. So a person can now and use state resources, because even the bridge where we will need for construction Krube, we will not write down, they will not able to get media approval, but we will not be able to access the funds within council. So the person can now and they can build bridge. Well, waiting the people that say, waiting the chief say, you see anybody where they carry with machine now na Krube, anybody where they carry with developments now na Krube, na fala the mayor, because the mayor may not do them. Any side the mayor are not reach, now because of constraints we're well known. So that I mean the message na Krube.
All right, so
the mayor don't walk, the mayor don't change lives, and now the mayor save 444.
all right, so let's go quickly into you. 5 more to do more transform Freetown, and the area of
Yes.
primary, support to primary and GSS. I basically want to see if we get time or how fast we can be on the area of primary and junior secondary school, and then we touch on the area of the healthcare. But let's start with the primary and junior secondary school. What you don't do first in that area than they for now you municipal.
All right, so we targets will be set for education, because say all through we do now by targets. The targets will be set now for ensure say by 2022, 100% of schools for which FCC get responsibility covered by monitoring framework. We go monitor teaching, learning, and safety standards, and we will not introduce that from 2021. From 2020, in fact, where we begin with program in partnership with Educated and Rising, where we do what we call the School Leader Support Program. This program here, we work with over 500 schools. Then they in different categories: high intensity, medium intensity, and low intensity. And what we do at the schools, them we support the heads of the schools, and by association, or by through that we support the pupils. Them we get what we call different levels of standards where the school from it. We get school safety, we get the quality of teaching, where we focus on with Teacher Service Commission, and we get the school leadership and management itself. So every depending on whose level you date, the high intensity or low intensity, we get cluster mentors where they actually build up the capacity in the school. We pilot with 519 schools. We make 2,428 school visits. We engage 11,129 classroom sessions, and 80% of the schools that we engage with be able for meet the minimum standards where we all be agree say that we need. So it really moved the schools up, and even the schools that we win prizes not schools and the way they within this program. So we focus on things like creating a safe environment at the school, working with the teachers on teacher conduct, respect and behavior management, setting priorities, and looking at alternatives to corporal punishment, building engagement and support for the school boards. We actually invest in the school boards. We make sure so we bring people from the private sector and we bring more women them for letting able for help. And we're really glad it because we start at a baseline of 65% with minimum standards for the schools. Between July and 2021 and January 2022, it reached 80%. So we also provide furniture for 4 schools, where you go look, say that not so much, but when you consider, say, we not really to get a budget for that, the subsidies budget, they go directly to the schools. But so that really make an impact in the schools. And then in terms of generally across the board, we also been getting possibility and the opportunity for do painting of a school. As I say, we improve the school boards. We organize workshops for principals and the chairpersons of municipal schools. All of this, they actually improve the quality of the learning when it happens inside the school. In 2021, we keep partner with Old Boys and Old Girls Association. And in 2021, we partner with Wallace Johnson School, Old Girls and Boys Association. We education program continue in a certain way we do in every year. There's something where you go on for meet with education objectives. The latest thing we don't able for do now in partnership with this same organization, but also with Vision, another organization. Sorry, me eyesight. We don't able for introduce what we call faster maths and power group. The faster maths, we target 120 upper primary schools for help them, then they get iPad, then they get learning instruction for accelerate their learning, because we can't find out, say, most of the picking them where they even up to class 6, if you do the assessment, the level of maths not reach class 6. You find out, say, some people that maths that actually they like class 1. So these faster maths, they help for prepare and build foundation for them in numeracy. Then the power, they develop gender sensitive school leadership. And then we also, as I say, we get a school leadership program. And then we pilot the tablets where they help picking them for use technology inside the education. So many things that go on with education where we play a role and where we don't see the results, then they be built. We see, say, schools that within our program, they win prizes, picking in their way within our program, then schools them, they improve and then self they get higher results.
Okay, so we got 3 more minutes for go. We're not going to talk about the health, and we'll keep on for tomorrow. Rather, you decide for talk for do more. You actually want for do more. Because anyhow you look at how you don't do them things, there are challenges and they with regards, the primary and, junior secondary school. So what do you go do if you get 5 more for do more?
Well, one thing we need to understand is all this what they talk. So in order for say, if you go around the country, look at other councils, then they are not necessarily they happen because the act is very, very vague in terms of the responsibility of councils. They can just say responsibility, but without actually, describing them or indeed giving the funding.
And one thing where unique about the Freetown, now that the municipal schools them, I think is more unique na Freetown than any other side.
Yes, and in those days, the municipal schools been they under the council, but they like today, even the subsidy for the municipal schools. So no extra money on the council for schools. There's a very, very small budget where I can tell you the exact figure from last year. I hope say that figure in there for their on the finance. Finance the county school to call council for schools. So the municipal schools still we get our relationship. They say these used to be the schools when are fully under council. So we always give them special attention. So let's tell you how much money come to council from the whole of government last year. Now only 54% of the budgeted GSL transfers we receive, way equivalent to 5.98 billion leones when an acting. The budget when I'm giving at 11.16, but in reality, we only get 5.98 of that. And of that amount, education now be 8%. So take 8%, you're talking about less than 500 million for over 600 schools. If you share out between all the schools, wait till you talk about 1 million per school. It really not significant. But all the things that I described soon are because we go out and we try for raise additional funding for support education, and we committed for continue for do so. But under SIIERRA Kamara, we go see real investment in education, also free quality education, where the teachers then the need for request money, or where the parents and they pay more for book and for uniform and for suits than ever before. No, SIIERRA want to make sure say the free quality education will really translate into improvement in the quality of education. So as C say, we will get good alignment between government and council in that regard. And excuse me, voice. I don't hear you now.
All right, so I say not a problem. Very sorry. I say not a problem. Your voice get for cut pass on at the 10 BC days now. Anyway, thank you very much for joining the program today.
All right then. Okay, good night. Thank you so much.
Okay, in name now Ivana Kisoya, in the former mayor of the Freetown City Council, and again the vibe for that same position there. One for Mele, say this now a sponsored segment inside the program every day. Waiting down this simply means it means say the mayor the pay for this particular 10 minutes every day inside the program for let him talk about in campaign plan where now 5 more to do more. So if you see him they come every day, we want to let it very clear to you about that one day. All right, so we can go over back to BS4, but before going to BS4, we want to tell us say we still somebody just don't suggest a very bright idea just now where we go use 3 minutes for talk about that one, the quick one before we come to BS4, and then we see what we can do and open the phone line as on the. Okay, so they say we get 72,818 family members them just on YouTube. And then we get over 50,000 on Facebook. They say we want money for the election. We want to cover the election extensively with we reporters them all over. When we say for do all of this, we want close to 15,000. Then a small one, none of the small budgets and the least budget. 15,000 for cover all of the election process and all. So how we can do this? If every family member say, I dey give you $1, we dey get that money there and more.
Plus.
Yes. So what this simply means, it means say, we dey ask now, say, okay, you will watch we, family members, whatever you able for give. We not say no to all man going for give, and some people right now, because of one reason or the other, see that the tablet, the computer, or the phone get problem, they know they can write that, they not go know. So you can cover some for somebody else. Whatever you able for give, for let we able for cover this election, is good. The reason why na una will always meet because na una can rescue we. And tomorrow we get another thing that woman where we be the time for raise fund for. We don't reach that in a very critical stage now where we go discuss in issue tomorrow and we count incessant tomorrow for how we talk about that. But this one where they talk so very important for the election. You don't follow it for the last 3 years or so, and now the time for let you see what you been on the follow it for. How best we can able for give you the result the way you for yeri. How BS4 the poll results on the election day as then the count in votes. BS4 Williams BS4 1, Williams BS4 2. How will they go along the way? You get for go and the other candidates them how then they call them. So if you want to get the accurate thing, we get for make sure so we get with presence all over now the place. So do you wear one for LP? We get RIA, we get not RIA, we get Cash App, and we get Zelle. For UAD in America or United Kingdom, here as well. And then if you want to do, Western Union, MoneyGram, World Remit, you can still do them and send them to 2 people them. It depends on the location. If you want to send them to sister admin, you can send them to Amina Bangura, yeah, United States. But if you want to send them inside the country directly alone, you can send them to Fatima Bangura, and then you send for the receipt now with phone. This will be the number we can normally use for call. So then instead we do one, one-on-one. I don't know how to call and safe. In other words, now one drive. Let's watch exactly what's the word where the person use. Let's watch exactly what's the word where the person use. For able for raise money now by cents. He say we subscriber and done there over 72,000. So we can equally make and say what is it? Okay, $1 drive. $1 drive. I think that's a fine idea than day. But for it's a small, we call a $1 drive. So we don't make a simple. No, not simple. We family members, they're very unique. So if we can say $100 drive safe, no bad. Because some man get for cover for some man.
Maybe I to support.
Support the $100 drive.
I support.
Okay, so $100 drive, but anything where you feel say you're able for give, up to you, yeah. Then you can send them to sister admin, yeah. $1 drive, $100 drive. Anyone you will call on. Anyway, we done the reach to the junction now. So, BS4, let me come over to you quickly. And behind the scene, if you see anything, don't worry about that. Yeah, we just try to figure out something. And now you know what we get for saying. I make really tell you now. We'll be asking a question before ever we go. The issue of the police, the ECSL, PPRC. How much confidence you get in them?
My very good question you asked me. So, I think say now 3 different institutions where they get different roles then where they play. If we start from the police then they in charge of internal security. So I don't feel safe for include them with PPRC or ECSL. Internal security, then they report directly to the Interior Ministry. And Interior Affairs to say, and then they report directly. The second part, the PPRC, then they in charge of all the political parties then. So then they a regulator, a commissionary. So what we can call a Kwango. A Kwango now we a section of the government, but they not get any direct ministerial role, then they manage certain things specifically for bring peace and coherence within the country. And then you get the ECSL. ECSL being responsible for conduct elections. So if you align them all into one bucket, they work. So because security, they control everybody. PPRC responsible for political parties, specifically, and ECSL responsible for the nation for conduct election. So you ask me a question now is that whose confidence again in them? This now a public institutions then where everybody for respect that institution in respect of who they be. Whosoever they run that institution, they now a secondary matter, but the institution should be respected. I get full respect in the services that when they carry out. Whether I agree or not agree, not to my position, or everybody entitled to their own private opinions. But in every country,
respect different from trust.
Yeah, in every country, that if you say you want to rule a country, you get for respect each and every institutions where they carry out their duties. Then, so in view of the duty when they carry out, then they do a fantastic job. And it's debatable whether then they do something for let somebody say, yes, I agree with that or I not agree with that. So personally, if you ask my own personal view, it's different from my political views. As a politician, as a leader, as a presidential candidate, these are institutions that wouldn't carry a job in the country. And we get to respect that. For make with the debate on the services when they perform, then we take on to the next way to call the granular level. So the granular level, now where somebody simply say, not all my like you, not all my like me, in respect of that. So I'm thinking the way people and you say, we know that man, the way he talks on rubbish. So I'm thinking you say what you do, not true. So it varies, but the institution should be respected. That's so much.
All right. Continue for David. We they take one last issue before ever we open the phone line for take few calls then from the people then we the watch we right now. So let me just go to this particular issue of the United States. According to the tweets, this one not to today's tweets come out, not to new tweets, but they find for let me go back to some of them things there so and remind yourself of things that really happen. According to the U.S. Embassy na Freetown, he say professional staff members from the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee are visiting Sierra Leone. In other words, they may come and visit the country, for discuss a lot of issues. Them. He said this afternoon we had a thorough discussion with the ECSL on the upcoming election. In other words, then sit down with ECSL, then the team will come out to the United States, then sit down with ECSL and discuss several issues. Them we basically get to do with the election, and then say which will be watched with great interest by Washington. In other words, Washington, where there you will say now the White House sit down where now in way they talk about Washington, you they say United States. Yes, now there you refer to as United States because of the very important things that we the other side, say then get interest in the election and then they watch them with all waiting it take for let them watch how this election they come inside. So basically, in a view of this, it means say not only US or EU or other different other people them get interest for watch the election, for see how the election they go on, and then they take note of every small things and way they go on, inside the country. Now you don't listen to Beresford. He gets in your way how they look at them. He say anyhow italic you get for respect their institutions there. So for the work way then they do now the country. And as far as it's concerned, we just need to give the free hand for go on, and do the work where they're supposed to do in the best way out there for doing. So other people and they will still they watch the election and then still they put money. We don't still say reports on the come out from European Union, from the same US Embassy, don't come out from the British High Commission, the German people and they all over the tweets about the election, how the election they go, waiting and so far they see. And we don't get some concern from the international community there. So if I can use because of BS for there so today from the lenders them according to how they refer to them, they're not a serious concern about certain ways them how they process them to go with regards the voter registration, the voter ID card, the PR system, the midterm census, all of them things there. A lot of concerns done the day where don't they go on. It don't come out from them report upon report, comment upon comment, tweet upon tweet, all of them there. Don't they try for see how best they can engage the ECSL for make sure say them be that kind of professional and then stay on top of the game. Let's ask you again, BS Ford. For the US, Washington get serious interest for watch the election. To you, what in that mean?
Well, normally you get to look back in the terms where the US and not just the US, but especially the Western world as we refer to them, they always get interest in Africa, not just Sierra Leone. And whenever election they come, you get three phases where we get to look into. Phase one, if they get to be a regime change, and then phase two, then citizens and the investments and the money where they don't lend the country. And phase three, who are competent enough for take over. So, who say money the man you always get interested. Even if it was somebody, then say that man they go do operation or something, you get to show interest. For make them show interest, they want to understand what's in the happen and make sure say we don't get kata because kata they are issues back for them. Because most people go begin to move, immobilize for going and then country there. So we get to understand that. Not all man go agree with my views, but you see, we Sierra Leonean sister, we always depend on the international committee for fix room problem. And then they for stop. We suppose we're able to take control of room process them. But people don't left Sierra Leone, some of them not able for reading rights. Then go other country then get jobs then, and then can able for them talk. But they know they understand the fundamentals of basic stuff then. It's quite simple. America get interest in Sierra Leone because a lot of the people we invest in Sierra Leone with American citizens then. If anything happen, then capital is stuck. Then they know the simple stuff. So then get for show some interest. And what that they mean is this: when in capital stock, they know they for pay back the tax over there. So not a double whammy. But Sierra Leone for able not for be in that position, the way we for able for take control of whenever we get elections, we as politicians for able for decide and choose how if for one and how for manager and able for create a space. The only thing is that, yes, this is massive space because we divided. So now make America and other Western power then they get interest in Sierra Leone. If you look right now in Sierra Leone, some people ain't going to agree, they're not going to agree, but in reality, Sierra Leoneans not they control anything as Sierra Leone. All they in the hands of foreigners then. Sierra Leoneans, where we for be a first class citizen, in actual fact, you know, a third class and refugee in one country. But people know they accept that. But you go get people and go talk, then go say this and that. This man what they say is not correct, this and that. But because they don't understand the fundamentals, it's quite different how people in the look at. If people, let's take for example, Sierra Leone's in America, yes, and when they get issues in America, where Donald Trump they lost the election, it creates mayhem. Yes, then no say mayhem get for happen. So what they do? They try to curtail that. But what happen? They try for usher that into court, where they a process, then pass, then redo the wrangling. Everything happen. If that didn't happen, Sierra Leone be happen, you they get people and way they know they respect the rule of law na Sierra Leone, but they respect the rule of law na outside and day overseas. Then people are soon a proper idiot then, which may I use that word there, because then they respect one side and they respect their own motherland law. The law is supposed to be observed. So then get for sure interest. The side where me no understand where problem they in other countries them. Take for example like a Sudan so. Sierra Leone not able for go for repatriate with citizens with it. Lebanon, when we get issues, we continue able for go there for go rescue people left. Kuwait, Morocco, Libya. This is not place where if you citizens this on side, you get for able for watch and then repatriate them. Now the same thing America they do. Not to just Sierra Leone, America they show interest in. When Nigeria get an election, that means the same thing and put all the citizens on alert. Because then give them first preference, say anything can happen during election time. Because nobody don't know how it will swing. And nobody don't know waiting people in the plan and the boil. So we get for beginning to think more objectively. Sometimes you get for look behind waiting and they send out. Waiting and they send out. We don't know. Sometimes they can want regime change. Then can institute that. Sometimes they can say, okay, we care about our citizens and we don't know. So we get for look broadly and then try to narrow down and understand.
Since you talk about regime change, let me ask you this question. According to the South Regional Commissioner for ECSL, he used the similar word say, in no say the international community wants a regime change, but then go show them saying they're not the referee. What do you make up of a statement like this?
Well, somebody make your own comments. Now, an individual, whether it may come as a citizen or it may come as an authority, now two different things.
No, as an authority, make us an authority. As
well, if you make us
commissioner.
If you make us an authority, do I have the power to take him to court to clarify that? I don't know. Yeah. If the international committee wants a regime change, as a Sierra Leoneans, they the only people valid for make a regime change, because no international committee not the votes. Now Sierra Leoneans then they vote. Where people can go for collect the ID card, I will tell you now, but could people not go collect the ID card? They get tons of ID card then. Just imagine here, we got roughly about 8 million. The one people that we qualify for vote, now roughly about 3.54 million. And out of that 3.54 million day, the people that will actually register from the results from ECSL, it is between 1.8 to 2.3. They not give you the correct figure. Yes, let we assume say na 2.3. Out of that 2.3 million day, roughly anything between 500 and 800,000 to 1 million people no go collect their ID card across the country. So now let's square that out. So we say 2.3, let's square back, say people want to collect now 1 million. So now 1.3 million go collect the card. So who I feel say go create a regime change?
Right,
now
so,
the 1.3.
right.
Because you know to make us say so, yeah? Okay, so you get a very funny system now the entire world. Now the only country that day where ECSL declare you, yeah, then they swear you straight away. Yeah. So where then you get for go court, yeah. But by that 10 day, you know able for challenge. So you can only force ECSL for show the result, like what's happened in Nigeria. Then get a similar system, but the own system, then they sworn you in straight away. Will then they sworn you straight away. So you get to understand the process. So what's in the Apple now? The 1.3 people away collecting card made it guarantee you this also. Now anything between 800 to 1 million people that go for vote.
Okay, continue for the with inside the program, and I will just get few people and views them on waiting we don't discuss inside the program today. This night program we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We get between at the studio, we get the RENIP, flag bearer and the leader of the party, when Beresford Williams. We don't join me inside the program. Now we'll take few calls. Please wanna respect the call time. 1 minute per call. We want to make it as quick as possible. Okay, now we go on the line. You use the volume of your set and then you make sure say you listen to me on the phone. We go on the line and take the very first call. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from.
Hello?
Yes, welcome to the show. Speak a bit louder. You did live. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, this is Mohammed call from Germany.
Right.
So may God continue to bless you, man. And concerning the contribution, we talk about the money one for raise. Me personally, I will call you and talk to you about that.
Okay, thank you.
And yeah, so come to the program in proper. The mayor, let God continue to bless them. They keep on the good work for the people of that country. I come to this you stranger we get today. I hope not to the same guy this is the last time we will bring at the program. You understand? You know, these things really go on in this country. We as Sierra Leone we go for stop this hypocrisy. If we as Sierra Leone stop this hypocrisy, that country don't ever go before. You understand? Everybody see the situation, whatever would happen in the country. You know, people like that were not people will deceive people then. Honest truth, I tell you something. You understand? People also suffer for over 5 years in that country. You sit down in a little corner. Now they can't take noticement.
Okay.
Can't get no noticement from people out there. You understand?
Thank you very much.
Still,
we just get 1 minute.
They come and confuse people. This
Thank
the
you.
not prepared.
All right. Thank you. God bless you, my brother. All right, we'll go on the line again and take another call. People actually don't begin sending their own contribution for the election coverage. Welcome to the show. Use the volume of your set and let me go on. Your name and inside the call from. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. Your name and yes, please.
Yeah, super large from Boston. How do I do?
We thank God. Are you safe? You get 1 minute. Go ahead, please.
Thank God, they don't see what they call now because they don't pass 3 months. The last year, all of the try for call, you know, say like a joke. But this guy, we don't know say na 3.3 register, you understand? 2.3 don't collect the ID card. Now there's only like 700,000 don't collect. So with this guy, they can say now 1.3 don't collect. Do you let no misinform people? Do you? Now 2.3 don't collect. Now like 700,000 card 9 don't left where people don't collect. 2 out the country. You know, in the way talk about 1.3. No. So if I we the count people in this programs and if when they make them kind of mistake, then they now for correct that.
Okay.
Because like some man know that figure they already. Wait,
now that's make we all day now and they listen. Thank you very much for that.
Fine. So man know that figures already indicated with 1.3. No. That's wrong.
All right.
Yeah. That's someone have the contribution.
Thank you very much. We go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Yes, this is Augustine. They call from the.
Go ahead, brother.
Yes, concerning this issue, don't think that we go on a salon. I mean, this concerning this political tolerance, don't think I don't happen. Just like what you mentioned, the southeast. They don't do anything there. We don't see every time we get a change of power in another country. then thing they are they pop up from that side of the country, you understand? And we really, government, they really need to put a stop to that. You understand? Now, just like we talk, we don't get now people we strategically place, then they endorse them with statements them. People already in authority. For instance, the president, the first lady, we don't hear so much in them. Then they back them up with statements and actions, you understand? So Ibad. Secondly, I mean, Salon for the land for the settle the problems them. International community will for rely on them, but enough for be 100%.
All right.
Let me tell you, with man, they always get the agenda within the push.
Okay, we want to beg for allow other people in for cancer. We only get 1 minute. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pat.
We'll go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. You name and the call for me. Get 1 minute.
Hello, my boy. How are you doing?
Very try, sir. Yourself, sir.
Praise God. You know, I'm allowed to go straight to the point. You know, so please, and the big one now who got sick. This type of people, I know they bring out the program, which you got, I will not try for sensitize with people, they must see which they happen to jail. You see this guy, what did they talk all in able to justify nuts and all the questions they ask them, number one. Then two, if you look at the people who support this particular government, because anything they do, they see the bad, the wrong thing, you understand, is still a support. In able to say, not this, not that. You understand, now the same people that we go see, we go see them get one bag grace, when you understand? Whether we did it or not, they get representative, and then they all day on the upper, come on, for can say no, the other part of that.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't reach you 1 minute.
We beg you.
Yeah.
Tell us exactly people they're big. Thank you.
All right, so 1 minute counter. We go on the ground again. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from, please.
Good afternoon, my grandpa. How are you doing?
Okay, myself, you get 1 minute. Go ahead quickly.
No problem. I just want to respond to Braceford. Let them people are not take with Exina, all my stupidness happening. I did listen to them, they try for sweet talk and try for use terminologies them. We not actually match up to the security we'll get. They talk about the institutions of the police, especially say people get for respect the police. Come on now. Police where they do so bias when the ruling government they do something, they don't care. But they just take the ruling government, then people them they support them as Sierra Leoneans. I mean this it paid me so much. So please, if they look for votes, that's alone.
Okay, you get 10 more seconds, the counter they cut you off. Go ahead.
I tell Sierra Leoneans and say, let me not even vote for that because another SLPP. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from. You get 1 minute.
Hello.
Yes, you did live already. You counter don't begin 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed from UK. Well, I don't get well. I just this fellow now what's in place now who's party will be supported.
RENIP. He represent RENIP.
Now, my brother, listen, we almost in our two parties right now they go for this election. All of them they be under one party, the umbrella, because we don't watch them, we follow them. All the activities there now part of the SLPP. They only disguise themselves. They can live in that country, they see exactly what they happen. They see this kind of governance system will not ever happen in this country. They form party, they underground.
Okay, you get 10 more seconds. After the 10 more seconds, the counter they cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, they not be honest with the people. So we that kind of much amount they are. We know.
All right, we go on the line again. Welcome to the show. Name and inside the call for me. Get 1 minute.
Yeah, this issue about this disturbance in the happening in the country, this is not too prominent during the SLPP their own reign. And when the PPIs they come for condemn them, even this guy will talk, this guy will say like another young killer. You know even qualify for be president. All I tell them in place. Because if they ask you what's not the confidence we impose on PPIs, you go talk about respect. You see what the PPIs don't do. One this man need to be clear school because they talk into power. You're not able for maybe in party register, then you're not able for see the incident, the wrong things the PPIs do. You're not able for talk and they say one be president. So this man you're not even get the competence. I'm not saying not the education, but you're not able to rules almost office, party office.
You get 8 more seconds.
8
more seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's very sad for them.
All right. Sorry, the counter gets for 1 minute per call. We take another call. Welcome to the show. You name inside the call form. You get 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Mina boy Jala Jamboria.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Mr. Beresford, you owe us an apology. If ever you be president in Sierra Leone, you know the last 48 hours. Because a president get for be humble. You know, they can't talk to people like say, now you own the country. They can't tell we say we are there overseas, we're not Sabinati. I would have taught the man who sits at State House today if I had gone to teach at the Bow School in 1979. You get for grow up and learn the game where you are entitled to. Respect is give and take. And lastly, everybody in the public office is a servant of the people. They have to respect.
5 more seconds.
It's not the people to respect them. Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the show. You name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute. And they take 5 more calls. Caller, you did live. You counter don't begin already. You did live. You don't use 10 seconds.
Yeah. Mr. Williams get a brilliant way they explain the way how Sierra Leone economy get developed. But the thing I not appreciate about that, you know, if you're not able to take the hits now we had, then how we get able to take the hits na Sierra Leone? The last time he called on the program, he explained we admire some of the ideas, the way they carry it, even though we not go approve them, say that they go be feasible for the country. But again, when the people started for hit at them, the way we come at the people begin to blame them for the level of education and other things. I mean, that's not be nice. As Mr. Jamboria just say, you got to be humble if you have for all people. Thank you, bye.
Thank you very much. We'll go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call from. You get 1 minute.
Yeah, the call from London. Hello.
You did live. You use the volume of your set. You don't use 11 seconds already.
We just want ask this you guess where you get. Waiting qualify for the register. We Femi Claudius Colonel gets we they no register. Then Guyana them they are the upper. We mother be able to use we don't cancel with this and say you know in your political space. Now for them kind Guyana, then this sit for Guyana. Then don't they come but to mother be then comedian, you know, for the bring them at them program and a seriousness.
Election term and a democratic term, everybody get right for making.
Not a democracy, this I said
no, yeah, we know, but still everybody get right to the platform.
No, not 2 parties there we know.
Yeah, but still, na salon person, and this na for all salon person. You get 5 more seconds.
Not for all salon person, na for Mother Bio, you want the way open for, na then they were.
All right, we'll go to another line again. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute. Hello, caller. You get 1 minute. You don't use 7 seconds already. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you did live. You don't use 17, 18 seconds already. With a try side, you get 1 minute, you don't use 24 seconds already, you get 30 more seconds.
This now let put no mommy for a man they say this na other you they come. This man we not just go for see we don't need them type of people because we now the way back follow we get more sense. But now other young killer this hearing time the way they go and carry. Now the young killer the way they not sing. So we not get much for listening to her. Look, they talk the way they go about registration card. This all not sell when a young fellow they in the text was still in the food salon. This all not tell well. When young.
All right, to go to another. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute. Reduce the volume of your set.
Yeah, we are a concerned citizen. I call for from the United States.
Right, so you get 1 minute.
Yeah, you see. Me waiting I say we say alone have got problem. Everybody get right to their own opinion. But then they talk about democracy. I've been not asking at the last time. Who are the father of democracy? Where the democracy not the work. The one that will create democracy when at the United States. Then they go try for do democracy in another country. They never do democracy in their country. So they know they work. So now we learn for the criticize we say too much. Like when the brother man say, if we not change the constitution, we will get that till we die.
You get 10 more seconds.
Come. because now the problem starts. No African country, no the way individual they win government.
Welcome to the show. Your name inside the call for me. Get 1 minute.
Hello, yeah, good evening. This is the call from Erna.
All right, go ahead. Get 1 minute.
We had, to be honestly, I'd only give you 2 minutes concerning this.
No, 1 minute time I set for, sir.
Okay, please. Why this money contribution on not go make at least because we have don't check, but I'm not going to show the figure and the money but anyway, if I saw any amount of I say, because maybe just want to make a loan and make a limit like a 50. Because we wouldn't at the euro side, if I give 50 is almost to $60. So.
All right, so we will discuss that later. Unfortunately, you get 15 more seconds.
Okay, we have that man who I have so you know. Honestly, when I ask about 3 questions there, you know, answer a judge.
Last call for today. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from?
Hey man, I think I'm lucky, huh? Weird. Una good evening, una good afternoon, una good morning.
How you doing?
I just want to respond to una guest. I mean, he talks some stuff them to me, not even make any sense, not relevant to me. Those are the people that are collaborating with Madabio, where they go and take money for deprive the people them freedom. You talk about respect. Every institution in that country they are working for the people. If you want the people for a respect institution, why the institution cannot respect the people of the country? Even the presidents do have the right to respect the people of the country because the people voted for him. The president is working for the people. So them bogus talk then the way they go and talk. They need for God to stop that. Now they all they create tension at that country. He talk about also a registration.
All right, sorry, and let make this thing clear, please. I know say a new thing this back when they start with. If you watch up, you will see time a day because we just tried on for today. Request been there say let we put a timer. This not just try for 1 minute. The next time because of the timer we get for extended time to like 2 minutes per call, not to today. And once it reach 2 minutes, 1 second or they add on top there. So we want to let everybody know that one day. We want to let everybody know that one day. Now, based on waiting, we want more people for take part inside the program because we get a lot of complaints say more people know they take part. So if that be the case, we actually get for go by the time. So now we get for that is why we make everybody to see the time. As they reach 1 minute, it go off. So please, tomorrow we'll try for see how best we can extend them to 2 minutes so we can able to forget people and views. But now based on a request, make we go in that area day. I see some people they say I get for be patient, not so many patient. Now the time get for patient. Sorry about that. So let's go over to we guest again and let me take in view or everything will be in response to some of the callers them. Yes, Mr. Williams.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to all my week call, the all my various views them. And one interesting call we can to, yes, I apologize to all my way I upset. If say something we upset you, I'm very sorry and I feel bad, I feel upset. But you see, sometimes they what you don't used to and waiting somebody to tell you different. So you will see and say maybe I know give you full respect, or maybe I talk down on you, or maybe I know they answer the questions then. But it's kind of be broad, so all man understand what you say. It seems to say most of the problem, the questions that we come inside, point into one direction, and then we get 2 questions that we span out. So I will start first with the first one where somebody say, the police them wherein they provide, we know for respect them, we know they support them. I will tell all man now say the police then are different institutions. Any part where you find yourself in the world, all man for respect the police because now then they uphold the law. And no matter who say you find yourself, whether in Germany, Europe, America, all side, and they respect police them. And yes, police then get brutality. We don't see that in America. We don't see that in Germany. We don't see that in the UK. We don't see that in Paris. But it no means say when then create a brutality there. We dey respect them, na foreign land. But we own motherland, we know for respect the police then. We want to challenge them. A wrong. That's how they are not
But you get for as well, no say any side police and the people in there, as long as na citizen. Don't forget about we as Sierra Leone and other country. Even the Paris where you talk about, so we see how their own citizens and deal with the police.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, but we not see the kind of action where we police then they take onto them.
Yes.
And then they do worse than what we they do to them police then they.
I agree with you 100%. There's we get process where you can lay complaint, you can challenge a police, you can take a police to court. Most aliens don't know this one, so that you can sue the police if they abuse your power because they don't change the Police Act back in 2006, where you can sue a police officer or you can sue the institution if not able to know the police officer, as long as you can prove in a court. There's a process for that. But what I don't want to let we do is that we challenge an institution way for government. That's why I not go tolerate that. I not go condone that because now lawlessness. I agree. Most people want to condemn people because I so say so we let for condemn and say this. But who say to tell friends who not tell friends. That's why not to all man go know, but me go tell another one day. The other side we been come up as well. Some people and say RENIP, maybe in Marabio inside what you had to talk about. Nobody know ever point finger per me. Say I don't want it in a politics. Nobody know go point finger. Say I don't want to go collect 1 million for Marabio. Nobody know go point finger. Say are they in cohesion with any political party? Nobody know go tell me say we wanna break away. Now make we use the word independent. We know one day in politics. We all the people we contest this coming election. No one day involved in politics. No one day be parliamentarian. No one day he get a membership card na any other political party because we scrutinize. We don't get members them from parliament, honorables them. We want for come under RENIP. We say no. What in do we try for be blameless? We try for be peaceful. We try for be clean as possible. Yes, people will go under the carpet. People will point finger, but nobody will point finger on me, the leader. Say, I don't want to take anything from nobody. I tell all man now publicly. Okay. What would they do? Would they do them because we love Mama Salon? Right. Not to nobody same way. Okay. I know say, but people back they talk say that me talk more about the level of education and how they look at things and then they feel bad. I saw if you not feel bad. But like I say, tell friends who not tell friends. The way we for able for comport we serve, we all as aliens, we get for friend a solution. Let not dwell on the problem. The problem might be yesterday problem. If you take yesterday problem to today, you're not able to find solution for tomorrow. I get basic principle. Yesterday problem don't pass. Today, I the plan for tomorrow. Today, I the live today. Nothing I'm not able to do for change, but I can able for influence tomorrow, I can able for change tomorrow. If we all be in that mindset state, me not to one like a Yumkela, me not to my way come on outside this and that. Me not my way don't write paper them. Me not my way don't help governments them. I don't come out to plans them. Nobody no tell anybody na Sierra Leone, say me, no get the full plan where I don't put on the public. Yes, some man no go believe them. Some man go say, okay, na good talk. But me not the only presidential candidate who I say, if I'm not able to implement the policies them by 36 months, me and my entire cabinet will be resigned. And I don't need 189 ministers then.
36 months, not 3 years.
Well, I make a call a months because we say we give updates to the nation every 3 months, quarterly basis. What in do? Because also most of us out of war, quarterly they report back to the shareholders them. They report to people then. What in do? Because they want to make sure say they're on a projection. If your project is not correct, then there's a time for change. And we don't plan all things. We don't say this now, this will be do. What to make you believe, say, I can categorically say within 100 days, in fact, not even 100 days, 90 days, if I not reduce fuel price, I not reduce food stuff in the country, then I don't fail. Right. Then that means say, you don't put me on the back foot.
Okay.
So we know what they do. We know what they plan. We know how they able to get that. We don't need 189 ministers. and deputies there. Deputy 1, deputy 2, deputy 3. No, I only need 12 ministers for one Sierra Leone. And yes, we knew deputy, anything can happen.
All
If
right.
there's trouble, you need somebody for stepping. So in theory, we only need 24 ministers. We return the country for better, for proper prosperity.
Okay,
I agree
we,
with what
we
I say.
actually don't come to the end of the program today, and you don't do your nomination already, na the ECSL. But if I will ask you in just 3 minutes following roundup, what thing will be your word to people where they watch you right now and the one will watch you later?
Well, I could tell people and say, yes, I agree. So most of the people will make comments, they feel offended. What make them feel offended is that, not so say they get closed mind, is that most of the information they tell and information we don't get access to, they know one day see somebody will talk differently. So then it's kind of pigeonhole you. Who say you they, who say come on, what you do. Me and man with integrity. I mean are the responsible for any word to I say, na public. Because if I not do that, who say they give me bread and butter, somebody report, now it's issue for me because I get to go defend myself. So I responsible, I mean a responsible person, we are the answer back to somebody, irrespective of what you think, which are the same or say. That they should say yes. You get a mentor, somebody with a push you. So what you go say on this program, make them take away. Let them go sit down and digest what you say. Yes, we can be upset. We not go agree with 100% what you say. But at the end of the day, what you for believing, now for make we change the narrative in Sierra Leone. We not go simply say with this on side. Now one guy Sierra Leone will get. 10 for the way we want to go back na home. What we don't owe. 10 for the way we simply say I don't tire outside there, so let we go back na home. Anything can happen to you, we get to go back na Sierra Leone. If you're not able for make we control the economy. And not to say na two party, they for nobody not own Sierra Leone. What do you mean they say we all get one vote? And somebody mentioned say yes, now been 2.3 million go register. People that don't collect they don't collect 1.3 million. So now 1 million card they not collected. He say 500 to 800.
700.
He say 700.
700,000.
Who say get a number that day? Because ECSL not release the correct number. Waiting, how we come to me on number? I will tell her now.
Quickly.
Now, when we check the registration votes, not to 2.3 million, because when they do the census, from that number there, they deduct 10%. Then they want to wait for go vote. When we get issues there, you do another 10%. So even people like the APCs there, they even quote a lower figure than me. So when they can't tell me no know. I'm not gonna say yes. I the accurate na guesswork I do because na sido we calculate
so
that
in,
we say
in
this.
short, me basically go stay away from them figure and until I get figure from ECSL. I'm not gonna take you quotation. I'm not take from nobody, and I'll wait for get figure from ECSL, and then me not elect for talk thing where I no confirm anything. All the number I see now unofficial. Yeah, so I will rest my case on that particular issue.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Myself confirm say not to ECSL give me. Now what we able to do from statistical, the data with the float around, we come up with that number there. I make that clear before, not to official letter, not to official number, and let nobody no quote me say yes, now so me say. I say that in my RENIP party. So if before all man go, let them believe in with policy. I go say if you now want to not do nothing, said, you not trust me on a vote, I they pay on a back.
Okay, thank you very much for joining me inside the program this net. We appreciate your time inside the program. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
All right. In now, Beresford or Williams in the leader, the presidential candidate for RENIP, we don't doing nomination and all. They don't one of the we actually get some people and we done the support we already inside the program. We are go read briefly. One we get AY Ja I don't know if I will call it. Okay, let's just say AJ don't give me $50 for the election. It's alone. Okay, alone no mention your name. So AJ I not mention your name. I just say AJ. We get other one winner. AB don't give me $25 for the election coverage. And yes, and please, let me tell you now this. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about quickly. One gets to do with the election coverage. Please, anything where you get, some people they come up with suggestions. But I want to apologize first before I continue with this. We find out that today 1 minute to the dot, the thing they caught. Yeah. One for apologize. Tomorrow they extend until 2 minutes, and once each 2 minutes to the dot, it caught you. 2 minutes to the dot, it caught. So please let me understand that one day. A lot of people in the complaint say, then they call, they're not able to come to. So we want for make now, let everybody come inside. Even if we make 1 seconds, all man will be able to come inside. Not all man will be able to take part in the program. Taking into consideration 72,000, or let me say maximum 1,000 the watch. If 1,000 the watch, and then we only get, let me say, 1 minute per call for all of the 1,000 people. Or let me say, the maximum 200 people want for call. 1 minute per call. If you check that 1 minute per call and 200 people, now 2 hours. More than 2 hours. Because 1 minute, 60, 120, now close to 3 hours. We know all man no go able for talk. All man no go able for call. So that now the first thing I want for beg, let me understand before we go forward. The number of people we get for the day, some people they complain, say, hey, this post here, they come every day. We don't get control over that day. We not sabi waiting. Some people they know don't save their number, sabi their number. Yeah, now I make the other, they will ask, how you do it, the kind inside. Say, continuously the call. But I want to let you know this. Watch the time right now, yeah? Today, now the, according to Saudi, or let's say 8th salon time. Today, now the 8th of May, yeah? Watch the time. If you not say you there within this time, call. If you not there within this time, not call. Because what think it happen? Some people, even when the program is done, then they call. Sometimes they don't save the sleep because the phone is silent. I know the hearing. Because if I dare put and vibrate, I'm not able for sleep. It is silent. You go call people and the call. All the one and the way you combine them, you go say, I don't call per program when I know the peak. Now the thing is. So please, we go begin. I think what we need for do now for guide everybody for begin to call the dates. Of every day, so people go understand when they watch the program. Then I think say it will be very much simple and avoid the complaint where people can complain say with the call, then they pick we call, we know them for talk, because not all man the talk. We are big. Now going for the election, where now very much important to Una right now. We say Una get for support the process for let we make sure say not to the process of for let we able for cover this election. We need minimum what we need, what we don't put, 15,000 for cover this whole election. So if we look at all the one that we watch with a day, let's just say for example 1,000 people. Let's take 1,000 people. 1,000 people. Let's just calculate something quickly. 1,000 people. Okay. Let's see. 1,000 people. Okay. So if for example you see $15, even at the $15, 1,000, because every day, the one that we see don't know, right now, so the top solar is 691 plus 28, 900 people. 90 watch we right now, 900. If everybody give $15 per the 1,000 no more, $15, we get to 15,000. Everybody got $15. All the thing we need for do, we just need for get the heart for no say this now for we the same way how we can get the heart for do things them for other people and no say una can move by certain things, but this we get for ask una say please we need this because it will help we for let we cover the election. So if everybody give $15, we they get that money they will want. 1,000 people, for example, 1,000 give $15, we get them. So as we talk so right now, we get people that we don't begin give. We don't get 50 from AJ, we get 25 from AB, we get 25. So right now we don't get 75 from 2 people. 2 people. So $15. It don't even pass. And we can even use them for do other things than for other people where you always want for help. So please help me for reach that particular thing there. If you want for do so, please check out the comment section. Sister admin don't post a number there already. Yeah, we go appreciate if you send a directly to sister admin for let we get track record of all of that in one side. But if you want for do MoneyGram, because some people don't get in system today, MoneyGram, REA or whatever, na salon, you can send that to Fat Mata Bangura and then you send the receipt for it now with number. Okay, so now so with the left for that. Sorry, I don't time. That's all we can left inside the program today. We want to appreciate una time for where una join inside the program this evening time. We'll continue for the calm with people and guess them. And please, we know say something some people where they cannot all team now for hearing from some people. Some people they know why you're waiting and they talk. But we get for land for accept reserve. We other person in view, we get for no say it's very much important. In as much as we political opinion, political views different from other person, we get for land for acceptance. For example, if during the election, then they read the results. If they call matter being figure, you say no, you not get transparent. If then they call RENIP, you go say no get transparent. No. You get for let we just learn for accept everybody in opinion. Like when people and do so today, when they're not okay, they're not like waiting a man talk, they come and tell and say, no, this thing they talk, no, this not no. But let we just listen to them and accept waiting in the cap. We not tell you say accept the information, but just accept somebody for let him make him point. Everybody get right for talk. This now we had. All man in voice, very important to we. All man in voice. So that is why we count people. Okay, let's just give them one gist. I want to give you one big news, and at the beginning for trailer right from this minute. One big news. One big news. But that Congo so quick. Okay, one big news. One big news. And I can't give you one big news. Congo sa. Yes. Yeah. 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 Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna confirm with me, sister admin. Sister admin don't give me the green light. No, but before I give you another news day, it's very good. If I let we accept everybody, let we just listen to everybody. Something and then some people can talk something we're very much important. But because we know what for listen, waiting and they talk, we're not going to forget the message. So please, wanna learn for be open mind. Just open a mind and take and say, waiting this person they talk. It might be right. They say, listen to the nonsense and take out the sense. If the no make sense, you left them. So that's the one for Leone always to do. And please, on Saturday, 9 p.m. saloon time, it's confirmed. At the talk and back, it confirmed. 9 p.m. saloon time Saturday, it confirmed. I repeat. We don't get this posting at the platform one thing. But something in the way we see it happen right now with regards the election. And this person we don't promise we say he ready for the southeast. He ready for actually make the APC get vote at the southeast. So other than this person, let's just see. Sister admin, if you dare try this, not to you, other than the person. Sister admin, you not did it. Other than the person, where will the count Saturday? Because I know now some people are not by name. Sister admin, if you dare try them. Sufyan Conte. Sufyan Conte. I know they read you, wait. Okay. Oh God. And we family member then current. We family member then current. Family member then current. Okay, I know they go far again. So when I don't make and already. The answer where they don't give, I ain't in the comment section. So, when I don't know already whether they come here Saturday. According to the answer the way they give, my family member they really bright. Yes, sister me. Jagaban they on the platform Saturday. 9 p.m. saloon time Saturday with normal broadcast time 9 p.m. saloon time. It did on the platform for tell me about how it intend for go with the how it intend for go with the how you call that? The campaign. Because we just hear your statement to say it talk say it actually don't do. Huh? Manager the Congo, sir. Alright, so manager don't give me another word. He said gentle in Papa the car na the platform Saturday. Alright, so Jagaban the day na the platform Saturday, 9 p.m. saloon time. I just want for late when I know this. Allman Nigana, Chief Jagaban, Money Jagaban, Gentle in Papa. Oda again. Alright, so and the day between the platform Saturday, okay? 9 p.m. So you get for share the message. Yeah. Anyway, so now the last message down there I want for Gitu now, Saturday, okay? Well, until we meet again, it's another beautiful edition of the program where we call We Add. My name is the Freedom Fighter. Don't forget for joining me in the morning, 9 a.m. salon time for the program Colres. This morning, because so we time it already morning. So this morning, 9 a.m. salon time. Well, salon not each it, but 9 a.m. salon time. Join me for the program Colres, so we can get different things then where we discuss inside the program. Alright, until then, we love you all so much, okay? Please, the one that we take offense, where the time will be the cut, we sorry. Una no vex, yeah? Una no vex, I beg. Una love una.
Now, again, I repeat this. The economy of this country, no day outside President Bio one time. It get challenges. It get problem.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how you waiting will be the rating where you go give on how una don't
10 being
perform?
the
10 being the highest.
About 4.
4 over 10.
Yes.
Now una don't do.
Yes.
Okay, that mean that is failure.
Yes, we don't fail.
Now the economy.
Yes, with
them fail. Them fail. Yo, well we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, unala we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, well we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, unala we pull them come out. Them fail. Amba maslala mengange. Them fail. Afuma minu matelu tuma taura nu etutu ange. Them fail. You don't sing in kosote we tire. Till now they know I'm free we. Them fail. If we help righteous they go up. Then why I want for kill we. Them fail. When you talk they send police for you. For lock we na pademba. Them fail. Them people are them too alaki. Then why are they not sober? Them fail. And they treat we na this we country like I say we na strangers. Them fail. Now they want for pass the bill na parliament. Then why are they na kill us? Them fail. Yo, well we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, unala we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, well we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, unala we pull them come out. Them fail. Amba maslala mengange. Them fail. Afuma minu matelu tuma taura nu etutu ange. Them fail. So make we come together, make we vote for make we gain with freedom. Them fail. We can't just depreciate. It's alone with the suffer. Them fail. Where you go now order for the land. The people then they enjoy. Them fail. But say now we they be elected. Like I say them be swear we. Them fail. From me sweet, God they say where they come. Then go come make them free we. Them fail. They say that party not for rule. Now angry they back kill we. Them fail. Yo, well we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, unala we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, well we pull them come out. Them fail. Yo, unala we pull them come.